Good afternoon. This is All India Radio. I'm Anuja Kumar and with me is VC Pramod with the Midday News. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi addresses the National Conference of Environment Ministers of all states, says India is fast emerging a leader in sustainable solutions for climate change. Prime Minister urges states to learn best practices in environment conservation and implement successful solutions across India. Home Minister Amit Shah on a two-day visit to Bihar from today. Selected speeches of Prime Minister Narendra Modi released in a book format at Akashvani Bhavan in New Delhi today. India calls for immediate cessation of all hostilities in Russia-Ukraine conflict. Union Minister Jitendra Singh says India is continuously working towards transforming the energy landscape of the country with significant clean energy share. Heavy rains lash Delhi NCR. India Met Department issues yellow alert for today. And in cricket, second T20 international between India and Australia to be played in Nagpur this evening. And now the news in detail. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has said that New India today is fast emerging as a leader in sustainable solutions. He said from International Solar Alliance to the Life Movement, India is leading the charge. Addressing the National Conference of Environment Ministers of all states through video conferencing, Mr. Modi said, New India is progressing with a new approach and new thinking. He said today India is also a rapidly developing economy and is continuously strengthening its ecology.
आज का नया भारत नई सोच, नए अप्रोच के साथ आगे बढ़ रहा है। आज भारत तेजी से विकसित होती इकोनॉमी भी है और निरंतर अपनी इकोलॉजी को भी मजबूत कर रहा है। हमारे फॉरेस्ट कवर में वृद्धि हुई है और वेटलैंड्स का दायरा भी तेजी से बढ़ रहा है।
The Prime Minister said India's forest cover has increased and wetlands are also expanding rapidly. He said over the years, geese, lions, tigers, elephants, one-horned rhinos and leopards have increased in numbers.
अपने कमिटमेंट को पूरा करने के हमारे ट्रैक रिकॉर्ड के कारण ही दुनिया आज भारत के साथ जुड़ भी रही है। बीते वर्षों में लायंस, शेरों, बाघों, हाथियों, एक सिंग के गैंडों और तेंदुओं की संख्या में वृद्धि हुई है। जैसे अभी भूपेंद्र भाई बता रहे थे, कुछ दिन पहले मध्य प्रदेश में चीता की घर वापसी से एक नया उत्साह लौटा है।
Prime Minister Narendra Modi also urged the states to work together to achieve India's target of net zero emissions by 2070.
भारत ने 2070 तक नेट जीरो का टारगेट रखा है। अब देश का फोकस ग्रीन ग्रोथ पर है और जब ग्रीन ग्रोथ की बात करते हैं तो ग्रीन जॉब के लिए भी बहुत अवसर पैदा होते हैं और इन सभी लक्ष्यों की प्राप्ति के लिए हर राज्य के पर्यावरण मंत्रालय की भूमिका बहुत बड़ी है।
Mr. Modi asked the states to boost the circular economy and encourage people's participation in the conservation of the environment for future generations. He urged all states present at the conference to learn the best practices in environmental conservation and implement successful solutions pan-India.
अब जैसे सर्कुलर इकोनॉमी का विषय है, सर्कुलर इकोनॉमी हमारी परंपरा का हिस्सा रही है। भारत के लोगों को सर्कुलर इकोनॉमी सिखानी पड़े ऐसा नहीं है। हम कभी प्रकृति के शोषक नहीं रहे, सदैव प्रकृति के पोषक रहे हैं। ये सभी हमारे जो पर्यावरण मंत्री आज आए हैं, मैं उनको आग्रह करूंगा कि आप भी अपने राज्यों में सर्कुलर इकोनॉमी को ज्यादा से ज्यादा बढ़ावा दें। अगर स्कूल में भी बच्चों को कहा जाए कि भाई आप अपने घर में सर्कुलर इकोनॉमी की दृष्टि से क्या हो रहा है जरा ढूंढ के ले आओ, हर बच्चा ढूंढ के ले आएगा और इससे सॉलिड वेस्ट मैनेजमेंट और सिंगल यूज प्लास्टिक से मुक्ति के हमारे अभियान को भी ताकत मिलेगी। इसके लिए हमें पंचायतों, स्थानीय निकायों, स्वयं सहायता समूहों, वहां से लेकर एमएसएमई तक को हर किसी को प्रोत्साहित करना चाहिए।
Mr. Modi said the role of the Environment Ministry is more than a regulator. Mr. Modi said the Environment Ministry needs to work with a participatory and integrated approach with other ministries. He said the country cannot be developed and the standard of living of the citizens cannot be improved without modern infrastructure. He asked the states to expedite the process of environment clearance by using the Parivesh portal, which is a transparent and single-window medium for environmental clearance.
परिवेश पोर्टल पर्यावरण से जुड़े सभी तरह के क्लियरेंस के लिए सिंगल विंडो माध्यम बना है। ये ट्रांसपेरेंट भी है और इससे अप्रूवल के लिए होने वाली भागदौड़ भी कम हो रही है। 8 साल पहले तक एनवायरमेंट क्लियरेंस में जहां 600 से ज्यादा दिन लग जाते थे, आज टेक्नोलॉजी की मदद से उससे ज्यादा अच्छे ढंग से साइंटिफिक तरीके से काम होता है और सिर्फ 75 दिन के अंदर काम पूरा हो जाता है।
Earlier, Union Minister of Environment Bhupendra Yadav said the two-day conference will focus on life, combating climate change, forestry management, prevention and control of pollution, wildlife management, plastics and waste management, etc. Gujarat Chief Minister Bhupendra Patel, Minister of State for Environment Ashwini Kumar Chaubey were present on the occasion. Environment ministers and secretaries from all the states are participating in the two-day conference.
Home Minister Amit Shah will be on a 2-day visit to Bihar beginning today. The Home Minister addressed the Jan Bhavana rally at Rangbhoomi Maidan in Purnia today. He paid tributes to Hindi poet Ramdhari Singh Dinkar on his birth anniversary today.
सबसे पहले आज राष्ट्रकवि रामधारी सिंह दिनकर का जयंती है। मैं बड़े मन से उनको प्रणाम कर श्रद्धा सुमन देकर मेरी बात की शुरुआत करना चाहता हूं। दिनकर जी की कविताओं ने न केवल आजादी के आंदोलन को धार दी, उनकी लेखनी ने भारतीय संस्कृति को भी मजबूती प्रदान करने का काम किया।
Mr. Shah said all the 4 districts in the border areas are integral part of India and no one should fear from anyone.
मैं आज सीमावर्ती जिलों के 4 जिलों के मेरे भाइयों बहनों को ये जरूर कहने आया हूं कि जब लालू जी सरकार में जुड़ गए हैं और नीतीश जी लालू की गोदी में बैठे हैं, तब यहाँ जो डर का माहौल खड़ा हुआ है, मैं आपको कहने आया हूं ये सीमावर्ती जिले हिंदुस्तान का हिस्सा है, किसी को डरने की जरूरत नहीं है। नरेंद्र मोदी सरकार है यहाँ पर।
Later, the Home Minister will also visit Kishanganj and visit the SSB camp and hold a review meeting with security officials at the BSF camp. This is Mr. Shah's first visit to Bihar after the Nitish Kumar-led Janata Dal United broke ties with the BJP. Mr. Shah is scheduled to meet MPs, MLAs and office bearers of the BJP in Kishanganj this afternoon. Later, he will also hold a review meeting with the Bihar BJP core committee to discuss the political situation in Bihar.
A collection of selected speeches of Prime Minister Narendra Modi was released today at Akashvani Bhavan in New Delhi. The book titled Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas, Sabka Vishwas, Prime Minister Narendra Modi Speaks, portrays the Prime Minister's vision of a new India. The book was released by former Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu, Governor of Kerala Arif Muhammad Khan and Information and Broadcasting Minister Anurag Thakur. Speaking on the occasion, former Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu said the book reflects the ideas, determination and decisiveness of Mr. Modi's government. He said reform, perform and good governance are the mantras of this government which have transformed the lives of people. He lauded the Prime Minister's leadership during the COVID-19 pandemic, saying that the required capacities were built in a short time. He said the country developed indigenous vaccines, administered more than 200 crore vaccine doses, and food grains were provided to 80 crore people to effectively deal with the crisis.
Making up developed India. That is the mission Modi. The future is to motivate the younger generation to fulfill this mission of making strong, stable, prosperous and peaceful nation. Atmanirbhara Bharat. Self-reliant and confident India. He gave a 3-line mantra. Reform, perform and transform. Transformation of the nation, people's life. Transformation, ultimate aim is to make people happy. For that, you need reforms. You need good governance. You need honesty. You need determination. You need decisiveness. You need devotion. All in one, Narendra Modi.
Information and Broadcasting Minister Anurag Thakur said, under the leadership of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, India has become the fifth largest economy in the world. He said the book highlights the Prime Minister's vision for various topics, including economy, preservation of culture, clean and green India, science and technology, and sports. In his address, Kerala Governor Arif Muhammad Khan said concerns towards women and marginalized class have been reflected in the book. He said Prime Minister Narendra Modi took a historic step to end triple talaq. He said the importance of this step will be observed in the future. Secretary, Information and Broadcasting Ministry Apurv Chandra, CEO, Prasar Bharati, Mayank Agarwal, Director General of AIR News, Dr. Vasudha Gupta, DG, Publication Division, Moni Deepa Mukherjee, and other senior officials of the ministry were present at the event. The book, both in Hindi and English, is a collection of 86 speeches of the Prime Minister delivered by him from May 2019 to May 2020.
The Prime Minister will share his thoughts with the people of the country and abroad in Mann Ki Baat program on All India Radio this Sunday. It will be the 93rd episode of the monthly radio program. The program will be broadcast at 11 a.m. on the entire network of All India Radio and Doordarshan, AIR News website and News on AIR mobile app. It will also be live streamed on the YouTube channels of AIR News, DD News, PMO and Information Broadcasting Ministry. AIR will broadcast the program in regional languages immediately after the Hindi broadcast. Union Health Minister Dr. Mansukh Mandavia has said the government is building a strong health system which will protect everyone. Speaking at a Public Affairs Forum of India event in New Delhi, he said remarkable progress has been made in operationalizing over 120,000 Ayushman Bharat Health and Wellness Centers. Dr. Mandavia said the government, various schemes such as PM Jan Arogya Yojana, PM Bharatiya Jan Aushadhi Pariyojana, Ayushman Bharat Digital Mission are improving access to affordable and quality healthcare service.
The government has said Poshan Vatikas have been set up at 4,37,000 Anganwadi centers. Women and Child Development Ministry said these Vatikas or Nutri Gardens are being set up across the country to provide easy and affordable access to fruits, vegetables, medicinal plants and herbs. The ministry said under ongoing Poshan Maah 2022, activities for setting up Poshan Vatikas is being carried out in a big way across the country. The ministry said 110,000 medicinal saplings have also been planted additionally in some of the selected districts of 6 states. Prime Minister Narendra Modi had launched Poshan Abhiyan in 2018, which aims to improve nutritional outcomes for children, adolescents, pregnant women and lactating mothers.
You are listening to the Midday News on All India Radio. A reminder of the headlines before we move on. Prime Minister Narendra Modi addresses the National Conference of Environment Ministers of all states, says India is fast emerging as a leader in sustainable solutions for climate change. Prime Minister urges states to learn best practices in environment conservation and implement successful solutions across India. Home Minister Amit Shah on a 2-day visit to Bihar from today. Selected speeches of Prime Minister Narendra Modi released in a book format at Akashvani Bhavan in New Delhi today. India calls for immediate cessation of all hostilities in Russia-Ukraine conflict. Union Minister Jitendra Singh says India is continuously working towards transforming the energy landscape of the country with significant clean energy share. Heavy rains lash Delhi NCR. India Met Department issues yellow alert from today. And in cricket, second T20 international between India and Australia to be played in Nagpur this evening. For quick news updates on the clock, follow us on Twitter at AIR News Alerts.
कार्यक्रम अभ्यास में भौतिक भूगोल और मानसून पर मैं प्रोफेसर रमाश्रय प्रसाद आ रहा हूं आपके सवालों के जवाब के साथ इस शनिवार रात्रि 9:30 पर। सुनना ना भूलें।
आपका अभ्यास हमारा प्रयास।
न्यू इंडिया इंडिया समाचार, नए भारत का संकल्प, सबका साथ, सबका विकास, सबका विश्वास और सबका प्रयास। समाज में गरीब और कमजोर तबकों के लिए सरकार की चल रही कल्याणकारी योजनाओं और कार्यक्रमों से जुड़ी जानकारी पाएं। सरकार के इन कदमों के बारे में जानें और लाभ उठाएं। आकाशवाणी पर अब सुनिए जन कल्याण के सरोकार दोपहर 3 बजे से हर शनिवार। सुनिए न्यू इंडिया समाचार आकाशवाणी के साथ।
Welcome back to the Midday News on All India Radio. External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar has said the trajectory of the Ukraine conflict is a matter of profound concern for the entire international community. Speaking at the UNSC briefing on Ukraine, Dr. Jaishankar said the outlook appears truly disturbing and the nuclear issue is a particular anxiety.
The need of the hour is to end this conflict in Ukraine and return to the negotiating table. This council is the most powerful contemporary symbol of diplomacy. It must continue to live up to its purpose. The global order that we all subscribe to is based on international law, UN Charter, and respect for the territorial integrity and sovereignty of all states. These principles, too, must be upheld without exception.
The minister said India strongly reiterates the need for an immediate cessation of all hostilities and return to dialogue and diplomacy. He said this cannot be an era of war. Dr. Jaishankar stressed that the fight against impunity is critical to the larger pursuit of securing peace and justice. He stated that the Security Council must send an unambiguous and unequivocal message on this count. He made a strong point that politics should never provide cover to evade accountability. Mexico has proposed to the United Nations to set up a committee that would include India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi to mediate permanent peace between Russia and Ukraine. The other members proposed for the committee include Pope Francis and UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres. According to media reports, the proposal was put forward by the Mexican Foreign Minister Marcelo Luis Ebrard Casobon while participating in a UN Security Council debate on Ukraine. This comes after Prime Minister Narendra Modi met Russian President Vladimir Putin on the sidelines of the 22nd meeting of the Shanghai Cooperation Organization in Uzbekistan's Samarkand recently. And in the meeting, the Prime Minister told the Russian President that today's era is not of war. The Prime Minister's remarks have been welcomed across the world, including the United States, France, and the United Kingdom.
Science and Technology Minister Dr. Jitendra Singh has announced the launch of Innovation Roadmap of the Mission Integrated Biorefineries. It was announced at the first roundtable on sustainable bioenergy and biorefineries at the Global Clean Energy Action Forum in the United States. Speaking on the occasion, Mr. Singh said the mission aims at greater international collaboration and the need for increased financing for energy research, development and demonstration during the next 5 years. Dr. Singh said India is continuously working towards transforming the energy landscape of the country with significant clean energy share. He added that by 2030, India agreed to reach 500 gigawatt non-fossil energy capacity. The Innovation Roadmap has been developed by co-leads and active inputs from Brazil, Canada, European Commission and the UK. At least 34 migrants have died and 14 rescued after the boat sank off the Syria coast. The survivors are being treated in Basel Hospital in Tartau. The Syrian Transport Ministry in a statement said the boat left from Lebanon's northern Minyeh region on Tuesday with between 120 and 150 people on board. It said the search operations were ongoing in rough seas and high winds. According to media reports, Lebanon has seen a spike in migration driven by economic crisis.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi will visit Japan on the 27th of this month to attend the funeral of former Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe in Tokyo. Briefing media in New Delhi, External Affairs Ministry spokesperson Arindam Bagchi said that Mr. Modi will also meet his Japanese counterpart Fumio Kishida during the visit. Japan has announced that it will lift tough COVID restrictions on foreign tourists, reopening the borders after 2.5 years. Speaking at the New York Stock Exchange, Prime Minister Fumio Kishida said the pandemic had interrupted the free flow of people, goods and capital. He said Japan will relax border control measures and resume visa-free travel and individual travel from 11th of October. For the first time in about 2.5 years, Japan sets out border rules which are close to pre-pandemic norms. In an effort to control the spread of COVID-19, Japan currently only allows package tours and requires visas for all visitors along with a cap of 50,000 on daily arrivals.
Over the past 75 years since independence, India's largest public service broadcaster, All India Radio, has been the proverbial storyteller for crores of people across the country. All India Radio is celebrating 75 years of freedom with a series Azad Bharat Ki Baat, Akashvani ke Saath. It showcases the journey of India since independence in various walks of life through the storytelling of All India Radio. In today's episode, we will bring you the story of initiatives which improved ease of living in the country.
Ease of living. The new India is redefining ease of living in tune with the rising aspirations. Since 2014, the government has put significant emphasis on improving both ease of living and ease of doing business. New generation infrastructure is making life comfortable. From 2002 to 2014, metro construction was 20 kilometers per year. From 2014 to 2022, metro construction has gone up to 63 kilometers per year. Digital payment has made day-to-day life much easier. Payment apps like Bheem have given benefits to small shopkeepers. Under Atal Mission for Rejuvenation and Urban Transformation, or Amrut, 118 lakh households have water tap connections and 97 lakh households have sewer connections or septage coverage. Ayushman Bharat, Pradhan Mantri Jan Arogya Yojana has brought in big relief to people. More than 3.26 crore people have been treated for free under the scheme so far. Affordable medicines in more than 8,700 Jan Aushadhi Kendras have been giving people savings of over 50 to 90%. Pahal scheme has removed leakages and middlemen in LPG connections. There are over 29 crore beneficiaries in the scheme. Governance reforms introduced by Prime Minister Narendra Modi during the last 8 years are aimed at achieving ease of living for the common man and level playing field for the aspirational youth.
सरकार ने देश के सामान्य नागरिक की जिंदगी में होने वाली मुश्किलों को कम करने के लिए रिफॉर्म का रास्ता चुना है। देश में टैक्स भरने की प्रक्रिया में बहुत सुधार आया है। इनकम टैक्स रिटर्न के लिए अब महीनों इंतजार नहीं करना पड़ा। प्रोविडेंट फंड रजिस्ट्रेशन और पीएफ का पैसा निकालने के लिए पहले आपको दफ्तरों के चक्कर लगाने पड़ते थे, अब सब कुछ ऑनलाइन हो गया है। बिजली कनेक्शन लेना आसान हुआ है, रेलवे रिजर्वेशन कराना आसान हुआ है। जो पासपोर्ट पहले महीनों में मिलता था, अब एक हफ्ते के भीतर मिल जाता है। ये ईज ऑफ लिविंग लाइफ नहीं है तो क्या है?
In May 2014, Prime Minister Modi took the path-breaking decision of abolition of attestation of certificates by gazetted officers, instead promoting self-attestation, thus reposing faith in youth of India. More than 25,000 compliances have been reduced by the centre so far in its bid to promote ease of living and ease of doing business. To make it easier for borrowers, the government developed a platform in 2018 that offered a variety of credit products, including MSME, home, auto and personal loans. Various state-owned banks can now approve loans for MSMEs and other borrowers in principle in 59 minutes compared to the previous turnaround time of 20 to 25 days. To enhance ease of living of pensioners and family pensioners, the government has taken a number of welfare measures in pension policy as well as in digitization of pension-related processes. Digital life certificate and face authentication technology would be a game changer for pensioners and banks in submission of life certificates. Minimum government, maximum governance means more involvement of citizens, innovation, use of latest techniques and transparency. Focus is on simplicity of processes and timely delivery of services. Presenting the Union Budget 2022-23 in Parliament on the 1st of February 2022, Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman said the new phase of ease of living will be guided by active involvement of the states, digitization of manual processes, and integration of the central and state-level systems through IT bridges. This will help in creating a single-point access for all citizen-centric services and bring about standardization and removal of overlapping compliances.
This government aims to bring greater ease of living in the lives of its citizens. Digital payments are gaining acceptance everywhere, including by the government. Use of technology is an effective way to ensure this. Pradhan Mantri Shram Yogi Man Dhan was launched on 5th March 2019. The scheme aims at providing 3,000 rupees per month as pension on attaining the age of 60 crores of workers in unorganized and informal sector for good quality of life and ease of living, maintaining a cleaner environment and ensuring sustainable energy use in absolutely vital.
देश भर में धूम मचाए ज्ञान का ये उपहार, मोबाइल पे आजादी क्वेस्ट आया आजादी का इतिहास। डाउनलोड करे आजादी क्वेस्ट, ये लो जीतो ढेरों इनाम, मौका पाए जुड़ने का रेडियो और डीडी के साथ। सिर्फ खेल नहीं उत्सव है, आजादी का अमृत महोत्सव है, आजादी का अमृत महोत्सव है।
डाउनलोड करें आजादी क्वेस्ट ऐप और पाएं ढेरों इनाम।
The e-auction of gifts presented to Prime Minister Narendra Modi is going on and it will continue till 2nd of October. 1,222 mementos are being e-auctioned during this period. The lowest base price of the gift is 100 rupees and the highest base price is 5 lakh rupees. More than 350 school students along with specially abled children visited the National Gallery of Modern Arts, NGMA, today, where the gifts are being displayed. Talking to EIR News, Director of NGMA, Temsu Naro Jameer said, on the occasion of International Day of Sign Languages today, children from diverse backgrounds have been invited to see the gifts presented to the Prime Minister.
Today is International Day of Sign Languages. As you are aware, we have the display of the mementos presented to the Honorable Prime Minister at display here at NGMA. So we thought that it is an excellent day for us to celebrate both diversity as well as the grand gesture of our Honorable Prime Minister, who has gifted all the gifts that he has been given by the people of India back to the people, because all the proceeds of the auction will go to the Namami Gange project. Children from diverse backgrounds and also diverse abilities have come here. So we have arranged for special tours in sign languages, catalog in Braille and an audio guide, so that everybody can participate together in this beautiful day and everybody can enjoy.
Heavy rains lashed Delhi NCR, disrupting normal life in the region. Waterlogging in numerous areas led to long traffic snarls as police struggled to decongest roads. India Met Department has issued a yellow alert in the national capital for today, cautioning people about moderate rain at most places. Noida schools will remain closed for today for students of classes 1 to 8. In Haryana, government's Disaster Management Authority also released a notice asking officers and corporates in Gurgaon to ask employees to work from home today as far as possible. There is no official announcement for Delhi school holiday. However, many private schools have sent notices to parents informing them that the schools would remain closed. Similar is the case in Gurgaon and Faridabad district, where many private schools have announced a holiday. In cricket, the second T20 international match between India and Australia will be played at the Vidarbha Cricket Association Stadium in Jamta near Nagpur today. The match will begin at 7 p.m. The visitors have taken a lead in the three-match series with a win in the opening encounter on Tuesday.
And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi addresses the National Conference of Environment Ministers of all states, says India is fast emerging a leader in sustainable solutions for climate change. Prime Minister urges states to learn best practices in environment conservation and implement successful solutions across India. Home Minister Amit Shah, on a two-day visit to Bihar from today, addresses Jan Bhavna Sabha in Purnia. Selected speeches of Prime Minister Narendra Modi released in a book format at Akashvani Bhavan in New Delhi today. India calls for immediate cessation of all hostilities in Russia-Ukraine conflict. Union Minister Jitendra Singh says India is continuously working towards transforming the energy landscape of country with significant clean energy share. Heavy rain / Delhi NCR. India Met Department issues yellow alert for today. And in cricket, second T20 international between India and Australia to be played in Nagpur this evening. And with that, we end the midday news.